Hi everybody, I'm live. Awesome. So it's a black screen because I am not able to use my altar right now for a reading. So I hope you guys don't mind, okay? But I have my cards out. I'm just not going to show them, but I'm going to keep you guys posted. This is going to be the energy of the Divine Feminine. Okay, what are her feelings in regards to the Divine Masculine? So let's go ahead and see what's going on. Divine Feminine. Spirit, please be here with me. Give me a message. What is going on with the Divine Feminine? What are her feelings and thoughts in regards to the Divine Masculine? And what are the outcomes? What are the outcomes here? The first thought the Divine Feminine has is Queen of Wands with Ten of Swords. So my initial feeling right here is I'm cutting things out. Hi, VC. Guys, it's a black screen. Sorry. I don't have my altar space ready. It's preoccupied with a ritual right now, so I can't use it. But I'm going to go ahead and just talk to you guys. I hope you don't mind, okay? Because I'm doing it on my bed. So I don't want you to see all my mess and my bed and all that. You loved my daily? Yay, Kelsey! Karen, I love you guys. Okay, so guys, who's my feminines out there? You guys are listening. Right now, the Divine Feminines are Queen of Wandsing it and Ten of Swordsing it. They are making divine, spiritual, this is that spiritual decision about being better, trusting your heart, your desires, and using your magic. Let's not play patty cake here. We're talking about magic. Divine Feminine, you are definitely into the magic of your soul, of yourself. You have been in a lot of pain, Ten of Swords. Your masculine has put you through the ringer. I get the energy that you've been hurt more than obviously a few times. Okay. Hi, been a while since I got notification of you, Steph. Oh, Jackie O, it's been a while since I saw your face up on my screen, girl. So I hope you don't mind the black screen, guys. Let's just go ahead with the reading. Ten of Swords, guys. This person is drowning in emotions. And you ever get that feeling where you just can't anymore? You're like, oh my God, I am so immersed into my feelings that I'm just not even a normal person anymore. What the F? And you guys look in the mirror at your beautiful Queen of Wands womanly self or masculine self. And you're just like, damn, I'm a hot mess. I am too beautiful and too wonderful to be this hot of a mess. And I'm too spiritual and too powerful. I have too many gifts and I'm too divine to be stressing over this. So you've decided enough's enough. Ten of Swords. It's kind of the Tower. You're done. Two of Pentacles here. So I'm really getting the feeling that there's been a very bad balance for life for you for a little while. You have not been balanced, hun. You have not, oh my gosh, no, no, no. And it probably had a lot to do with the full moon. When we had it, it really had its peak. You had way too much on your plate. And you were unable to balance your finances, unable to balance what you ate, how you slept, unable to balance your emotions. You were a hot mess, okay? So I do see that happening. With the Seven of Cups, you've finally looked at all your options, all your different choices. Hi, Nubian Curls. I love you guys. You can't see me. It's a black screen, but I can see you, and I can answer questions and all that. So we'll get to that in momento. But anyways, you've finally started looking at your options and your choices. You realize with the Sun here that you have more than one choice. You don't have to put up with this masculine energy if you didn't really want to. You can move at any time. You've chosen to stay there. Now, whether you were hurting or not, it was by choice. I do feel like you could definitely be messing with a fire sign. There's fire, air, water, and earth. Of course, I've got all four energies here, but I want to say the two that stand out to me most right now is definitely fire and air. This is where the heartache comes into play. This is where the spiritual warfare comes into play. Anyways, the sun came out. It started a new day. This is the new moon. I know it's the sun, but I'm feeling the new moon. Now, I follow Vedic astrology, guys. I know a lot of you do tropical. I'm totally good with the new moon in Scorpio. I'm going to take both energies. They both mean something, whether it's physically in the sky or not. They both mean something that is real. So I am going to say In Vedic, we have a new moon in Libra. In tropical, we have a new moon in Scorpio. So I can tell you, because Vedic flips the 8th house and the 7th house, they're really together. They're kind of smushed almost into one. And a long time ago, the 8th house used to be the 7th house for some reason, like thousands of years ago. And they kind of just switched it. So you know what? I'm okay with this. I'm really good with this moon. But let me just tell you, the sun is the new day. The new moon is the new emotions and thoughts. And this has all to do with secrets, black magic, white magic, spiritual, refreshing energy for the divine feminines. It's like you guys are being bathed in a spiritual, deep, esoteric knowledge. You have been dipped into gold, basically. This new moon is going to just completely submerge your energy to be extremely divine, extremely powerful, and extremely blessed with hidden knowledge. You guys are probably going to get some contact from your ancestors via your dreams. There's going to be some prophetic dreams. There's going to be some visits from your past loved ones, I feel. There's going to be a connection to the other side. The veil is extremely thin. So you're going to be able to ask for help from those lovers and loved ones that have passed on. You're going to be able to see through lies. You're going to be able to see to the heart of a matter. Okay? So you guys are my little detectives. You are able to actually see the truth. So if something pops in your mind and you're telling yourself, oh, this can't be true, I must be crazy, don't say that about yourself, because no, you're actually really deep into your intuition right now. Scorpio is extremely deep. And when you get Libra, this is the energy of other people, other relationships. Okay, this is to do with everybody else but you. So you're actually extremely knowledgeable about other people, not just yourself. So you're probably going to be able to help decipher dreams for your family. I see that some of your guys' family members are going to come to you because they think that you're spiritual and you're a deep person. And they may confess something to you. There may be a confession from family members or brothers and sisters and friends, family, things like that. They're going to be kind of confessing things to you. There could be secrets about adoptions, family secrets that are also coming out, relationship secrets that are coming out in this new moon. You're kind of sucking in this energy.
Mom cut my finger. Mariah cut my finger.
I'm sorry, guys. Let me see. What's going on?
She attacked me and she cut my
She
finger.
attacked you?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, can you get some tissue?
Yeah.
I'll deal with you guys in a minute. You mean playful attack, right?
No.
That's why you're smiling.
What?
That's why you're smiling.
No. I'm not even smiling at all.
Okay, honey. I'll be there in a minute. Really?
Sorry.
Okay, sorry, guys. Anyways, the Magician comes out, okay, and the Five of Wands. This is secret knowledge about bad relationships, bad family secrets. It's all coming out, but it's not in a bad way. It's because, you know, you guys are actually going to learn from these mistakes from your ancestors or from your family. You're going to learn. You're going to take something and you're going to use it to the best of your ability. Jupiter, by the way, also just transited into Scorpio and Tropical and Libra and Vedic. So it's going to be here for a year, okay? So you're going to learn something, like I said. You're going to gain from whatever's coming out right now. This is a year of gain. But right now especially, this is a very good time to get pregnant too. For a lot of you, I'm seeing pregnancy. So this is definitely a year to get pregnant. This is the month to become pregnant, if that's the issue. Or maybe you would like to have a baby and now's a good time to try, if you're in a good relationship like that. I also see the ancestors possibly reincarnating through this child that could be created in the next month or two. So there could be a reincarnation of family members at this time. That's also what I'm hearing. Doesn't Jupiter rule Sagittarius? Yes, it does. And a lot of people in tropical say, oh, you know, it's going into Sagittarius. But that's tropical Western astrology. They basically have a Bible or a book, and that's what they live by. And they say that's where it's at this time. But in Vedic astrology, they don't look at a book. They just kind of look at the sky. They look at the stars, and they see where is Jupiter currently situated. It's situated in Scorpio. So that's really where Jupiter really is, okay? But it can touch the 7th house as well of Libra, because in Vedic, the 8th and 7th house kind of smush together every now and then. Petra, there's something going on here? Oh, is there something wrong with Petra? Petra, whatever happened, I send my love and light and energy to you. Looks like you have a loss. My mother passed away a week ago, and my dad 1 year today. Oh, Petra, I am so sorry to hear that, honey. I am so sorry to hear that. My condolences for you, my heart out to you. I want you to know that this is a really good time to be in contact with your mom and your dad. The veil is very thin. If you see anything strange happening around you or in your home, it's definitely them reaching out. I don't feel that they didn't pass on. They went to the light. They're not in limbo. They're not, ghosts or anything hanging around you. But I happen to believe that energy of past loved ones can travel just like we can astrally travel. So they can travel from a higher dimension to this dimension to contact you, especially when you think about her and him. So now's a good time to reach out, and they are able to help you spiritually. Okay, they're going to assist you in your thoughts and in your feelings and in your powers. If you guys do any kind of candle rituals, ask them to be there. Ask your past loved ones to assist you in your ritual. Ask your ancestors to assist you, and your archangels and your spirit guides. And they will also assist you in healing, Petra, or whatever it is that you need. They are still there to contact you. You can see the candles flicker. You can get a sudden energy like someone's behind you. You can see something move on the side of you and no one's there. You'll definitely sense their energy, okay? And like I said, now that veil is really thin, so you're going to see some magic. You're going to see some of this energy a lot more right now, okay? Especially with Jupiter in Scorpio, it amplifies the energy. Okay, so moving on to the feminine, how she's feeling and thinking about her masculine. Okay, so you're ready to cut things out, okay? 10 of Swords, Queen of Wands. You're just like, you know what? That's enough. I'm not going to play this game anymore. I don't want to play games anymore. The Queen of Wands is determined. She's sexy. She's desired. She's powerful. She can pretty much have anyone she wants. I think she could even pull the Emperor. Like, she's just got it going on, okay? She's very much like the High Priestess, and to the point where she's spiritual, and she's kind of powerful, just like the High Priestess. So she's beautiful and powerful, and that's kind of what the Divine Feminine energy is right now. So anyways, you're done with that. Let's see what's happening with the masculine. Gosh, with the Magician and the Five of Wands. He's not telling you everything. He's kind of fooling you. He's throwing you for a loop. Yeah, the High Priestess pops up now too. Basically, with the Magician and the High Priestess, these are the powerhouse of secretive couples. Think of the Magician and the High Priestess as together, a couple, like the Emperor and the Empress. They're extremely powerful in magic. They're extremely powerful in manifestation and tampering with fate. Let's just put it that way. They're very good at tampering with fate. They know how to use the energy. They know how to call on the powers of the universe to manifest and create what they want to see happen in front of them. The High Priestess is a doorway to another realm. She is the person you have to go through to get to the other side. You have to go through this secret knowledge to get there. So you have to kind of ascend. You have to transform your mind and your body and become more astral. The Magician knows this. He also does this. And he just uses his magical powers here on Earth, though. He's very physical. The High Priestess is kind of a double duo. She can come to be physical, and she can be astral. She can be both. The Magician can also, but he chooses to just be physical. So he uses the astral powers. Okay, so I see here that there is the spirit of deception. Both the Magician and the High Priestess talk about deceiving others, keeping secrets, keeping things hidden. Of course, no magician wants to tell you how he does his tricks. The same way no High Priestess will tell you how she did her spell or how she did her ritual. That's her secret, her recipe. So I see some secrecy here with the Five of Wands. This is what keeps you guys at bay without exploding. I think both of you guys have tempers. And you guys kind of tell each other what you want to hear to not blow up on each other. Yeah, I see Six of Pentacles here. It's give and take. You're both equally keeping secrets. I don't know what secrets the Divine Feminine has. I don't know exactly what secrets the Divine Masculine has, but they're not terrible. But there are things that, you know, they don't know. And that's okay. Everyone's not supposed to know everything about everybody. So that's fine. Let's go ahead and see what the energy is with your masculine in regards to you. What is this that he's not telling you? Holy Spirit, please help me connect to these cards. Tell me what the Divine Masculine is not telling his Divine Feminine. What is he not telling her? What is he not sharing with her? What does she not know? What does she not know? What does she not know? What does the Divine Feminine not know? Okay. Wow. Got some pretty good stuff here. We have the King of Pentacles with the King of Swords and the Three of Cups. One of the secrets for one of the masculines here is, I have more money than you thought I had. I'm more financially stable than I led you to believe. I'm having a lot more fun going out with my friends than I would like to lead you to believe. I'm a little bit more free. That's one message for some people. The other message here for someone else is with the King of Swords energy. I'm not as cold-hearted as you would like to think. In fact, I have a lot more optimism than you'd like to believe in regards to our relationship. I actually do want to commit. I do want to be happier, and there's some kind of a celebration that you may not be invited to, whatever that message is for someone. There's some kind of a celebration. It could be a birthday or a party, some kind of a celebration. Could be a work achievement, a raise, something, and they're not letting you know about it for some reason. That's a message for somebody. Another message is that there is a third party. There's a third party you may not know about for some people. This can involve a... No, I'm not going to say the signs on that one because there's only 3. And that's going to lead everyone astray. I'm just not. I do have Knight of Swords, Six of Swords, and the Moon for another couple of people. And this is a quick energy of, I moved away, and it's a secret. I quickly, with the Knight of Swords, left a situation behind. And maybe you don't know about it. I am willing to move forward. It's not without pain. It's not without heartache. Don't let your left hand, what your right hand is doing. Personally, I'm all about the truth, but some things don't need to be told, especially if it doesn't cause any harm. Exactly. And I do feel that, guys. The masculines aren't keeping secrets that would harm you. Not all of you. Some of you, you know. But most of the time, 80% of you, it's just, I don't want to show you my bad side. Who does? You guys go on dates, you see each other, and everyone's wearing a mask. No one really exposes who they truly are, or you wouldn't really want to go out with that person again. So you kind of present you present your representative. You present your mask. This is who I'd like to be. This is who I'd like you to believe I am, so you can like me, because I may not be this person yet, but I will be. So that's their hope and aspiration. That's their goal, is to be the person they're presenting to you. That's their goal. So they want to project that, because the Divine Masculine is a manifester. And if he presents the truth, he's not going to manifest what he wants. So he'd rather just kind of bury the drama and present the gold, present what he really wants out of this. But for one of the masculines here, Six of Swords, Knight of Wands, and the Moon, I definitely feel like the secrets are coming out. But with the Six of Swords, because they've been released and now you're moving forward, it doesn't mean that it's without pain. There is going to be a very swordsy secret that's going to be exposed for one of your feminines. It does put the ending to the trauma between you guys. The Hermit is here with the number 9, so it does put an ending to the back and forth, pushing each other out of the way, ignoring each other, ghosting each other kind of attitude. I also feel there's some mental instability that is getting dealt with. And I really feel that's because you're not comfortable in whatever cycle you guys are trying to go through. Spirit's trying to get you through this cycle. You know what? Some of this, and it has to do with the masculine and the feminine. This is for someone out there. You're spiritually dry. Someone is spiritually, emotionally dry. Like they turned it off. They turned off the faucet. They put a plug, and the spirituality and the emotions just were dry. Dry as heck. I do see you guys moving out of that, thank God. But it looks like you guys were kind of stuck in this for like 9 months. You guys were stuck in this energy. You guys have finally moved out. The result from this particular feminine with this masculine is King of Cups. This is a very deep, emotional, mature love. It's going to be mature. It's not going to be immature anymore. The Hermit represents, this masculine is going to go within for you, hun. He's going to go inside. He's going to search that dryness, that coldness. The Hermit is cold also, okay? It's a very ice cold. It's alone. It's isolated. So this person may isolate for a while, but when he comes to, he's going to not be dry anymore. He's actually going to be extremely deep and emotional and mature. And you're going to get this masculine coming back to you with some kind of promise that they're not going to go back to their old ways. I think this is a kind of a form of healing. It kind of gets represented like, you know how someone goes to church and they go to the altar and they give themselves to God and they've changed their ways. It's kind of the same energy. It doesn't have to be a church thing, but I'm just saying this masculine is going to kind of be in that energy where they're just surrendering and coming back changed. So for some lucky person, I do feel strong Scorpio, Virgo energy. They are going to come back and change. And that feminine could very well be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, and also a Pisces as well. Some kind of a Pisces moon possibly. Daniel, not called for.
Well, the pizza's probably done.
Guys, hang on with me. I'm just, since you're on video, you can walk with me. I'm just going to grab the pizza out of my oven. Can you not make him scream, please? I'd appreciate that. Okay, the pizza smells yummy. How many of you guys like Tombstone pizza? I think it's awesome. I don't know. I'm kind of a geek like that. I could have picked any pizza, but Tombstone seemed yummy. Tombstone seemed yummy. Okay, let me just cut it up. You guys need to let it cool. Sorry if that was kind of loud, guys.
Mariah wanted to play GTA in my room, so I let her.
Did,
ran away out of my room.
okay, now it's not the time for tattles. I'm actually live, everybody, so just now it's not the time for tattles. Thank you. Yeah, Tombstone is awesome. This is their second Tombstone tonight. My goodness. 3 kids. Yeah, you're going to have 2 tombstones. Okay. Daniel, where's your plate?
Over here.
Okay, I'm going to cut the pizzas, but you need to let them cool. Because this will literally burn your lip off. Like, seriously.
What?
It's very hot. I would let it cool for like 5 minutes.
Burnt.
Shh. No, it's not. It's cheese. And don't hurt yourself because it's hot. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Anyways, back to the reading. Me and my tombstone. Yep, I put extra cheese on it, yeah. He doesn't like any sense of brown on the pizza at all. It must be white cheese and no brown, but you know what? It's a tombstone. It's going to get a little brown. Okay. Let me get back on my bed. Back to the reading. How can you tell the difference between a karmic and a divine feminine? Ooh, Shaywanda Johnson. I love that question. I love that question. Thank you for opening that up. And look, at 5:05 p.m., that's the spirit of change. I love it. Let's talk. Just real quick. I'll continue the reading. number one, and a lot of you guys watching, you can help answer this too, but one of my personal, as a reader and my experience with twin flames, the divine feminine, that is, a karmic partner is not spiritually inclined. They always, if they're a woman, they always have a natural woman's intuition. Any woman has the trait of that natural intuition by a feminine energy. We're all feminine. We all have that, which is beautiful. I love that. Any woman on the planet will have a natural intuition to care for young, to sense if something bad is on the way. That's in our blood, our DNA, and our nature as a human being. We are the feminines. We are the protectors of children. We watch over our spouses, the family, the home. So we have a natural intuition. So intuition does not separate a karmic to a divine feminine. We all have that. But what separates it is the power. A divine feminine is definitely a light being. She was put here, or he was put here, to give a feminine sense of healing, transformation, knowledge. Those are my two, like my three main factors. If you can give off healing, if you can bring up knowledge to other people, and if you have spiritual powers where you can actually manifest things, you can do rituals, you can do spells, you can do all kinds of things. You have a natural innate gift that you were born with, that you're able to create these things for you and other people. That automatically, physically sets you apart. Those are the physical traits. The other traits you're going to notice is sometimes even physical, as in DNA. A lot of divine people tend to be an Rh negative. You don't have to be. No one has to be. I'm just saying you could be, okay? That could be another sign. Another sign, and it does nothing to do with race. It's just the DNA type. You can be black, white, yellow, pink, purple. I don't really care. We're all rainbow family here. We're all rainbow family here. You can be a male or a female. I'm just saying that DNA type does have something to do with some of it. Okay, Shayonda Johnson, there you go. You're Rh negative. See, it's typical. When you start to see who your soul family is, and you start to reach out to people, and you find out that the more spiritually educated people that you meet tend to be Rh negative, you're going to be kind of blown away. Have a conversation with a positive blood type and a negative blood type. The negative blood type person will seem to catch on really quickly. I'm talking like this. You can have a conversation. You can jump from the pyramids to the aliens to the underneath people to the, whatever. You guys can just connect. And you're jumping from one conversation to the next conversation, and then up and down and all around. And you guys are flowing like water. And then you can talk to a positive person. Now, they also can be very spiritual, but it's a little bit slower. You notice they need more explanation, more details, more time to absorb it. So the absorption of the information takes a little longer, especially if they're an earth sign. And I'm not going to get into that, but if they're an earth sign, it takes a little longer. Anyways, moving on. Queen of the Eternal Flame. Oh, positive here. Awesome. Well, like I said, positive, negative doesn't determine the final trait. I'm not saying that. My mom is a positive, and she's extremely spiritual. She takes a little bit longer to process, but she's extremely spiritual, more so than me sometimes. So positive has, not the biggest effect. I'm just giving you some examples. Another thing that's not physical, when I do a tarot card reading, if I see a divine feminine, I see the nature of unconditional love. Number one, I'm going to point that out. Unconditional love. This is someone who's able to forgive. This is someone that is very loving, very emotional, very nurturing. They tend to love even the karmics. They tend to love everybody. They tend to also be very close to animals. Divine masculines and feminines have an innate nature to be close to animals. Animals tend to come to them pretty often. You can see that if you go to someone's house, maybe animals tend to flock to you. Okay, there could be the cats, dogs, typical, but what about horses? They also tend to walk up towards divine people. I also see that birds tend to kind of slowly creep up on divine people. You know why? Because you have a vibration. And I'm going to get to that next. Divine feminines, divine masculines, you both have a higher vibration. It's just common sense. It makes perfect sense. We can't all see the vibrations of each other, but we can feel them. So, number one, if you're a divine feminine, you have a very, very high vibration. Animals sense that. Other people sense that. Another way you can tell for sure is empathic abilities. Not only are you a healer, but you're empathic. Yes, and babies, Karen Manna. Thank you. I forgot about that. Children, divine masculines and feminines. Children love you. They love to be around you. You're very good with children. It's that mothering, nurturing feeling that you get. And that's why the Empress always pops up as the divine feminine. She's very nurturing. The Queen of Cups always pops up as divine feminine. All the energies, but these especially stick out. I know. Yes, baby. Your yellow Godalic? Daniel, can you help assist him to find the yellow Goldalic? Thank you. You have a higher set of eyes. Okay. Anyways, guys. So that's part of it. Babies, children, all of those things, vibrations, empathic abilities. You're actually, if you're a divine person, you're able to pick up on the emotions of other people. The best quick way, my streaming was linked to another chat. Oh my goodness, what the heck, Miss Four of Wands? What in the heck? That's weird. I don't know why, that's never happened before. Another way I wanted to tell you guys was if you can actually not only feel other people's pain, but you see things. You see, you can see lots of different, I hate to say psychic abilities, but it pretty much is. It's like, God, the best way I can explain this. If you see someone across the street or even at the store, and all of a sudden you have these thoughts of their life, and you get this sudden impression of their family or their sickness or their health or their situation, you intuitively know, okay, that you have psychic abilities. This is part of your divination. And I want to give one more example. If you're a divine person, you bring healing in many different ways. One, you could be an extremely positive, altruistic personality, and you bring healing to people by putting people in a good mood. Yeah, why are people so freaked out? What's going on? I don't know what's going on. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just going to keep talking. Anyways, the best example here, guys, is have you ever taken a screenshot in your mental screenshot vision of a situation? You walk in, I'm going to paint you the picture. Okay, you're divine. You walk in a room. And all of a sudden, you've been there for, let's say, 30 seconds. And you notice everything. You take this mental picture and you notice everything. You notice what people are wearing, how they look, the expressions on their face. Who's a good person, who has good intentions and who has bad intentions? Who is spiritual, who is not spiritual? It's not just the commonplace, oh, he smiled at me and she frowned. These are unobvious things that I'm talking about. It's when you walk in a room, you can pick up on everybody. You pick up on their vibrations, and you automatically know who has good intentions, who has bad ones. Who's a user, who's an abuser. Who has addiction problems, who's a lover, who's a giver. Who's genuine, who needs help. Those kinds of things. So I'm just going to say that, and I'll leave it at that. But that's one other way you can tell it's divine. You have these gifts. If you ask a normal person, if you let them walk into the room and they don't notice anything, and you ask them how many people were in the room and how many nice people were in the room, they would go, I don't know. I just walked in. How could I know who's nice? I literally just glanced into the room. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's these things where spiritual people can say, well, you ask a spiritual person after a glance out of the room, who had good intentions and who had bad. And like a CIA agent, you're able to tell right off. And then people are automatically impressed at your people observation skills. Anyways, I can go on and on with that. But divine people generally have that trait. And a karmic person is not able. They're not able to pick up on these signs. They're not able to pick up on these feelings. They're not healers. They're not spiritual. I don't believe in any of that. Static in the mic. Is that better now? Let me... Okay, I hope that's fixed. So yeah, karmics, you know, they're good people. They're here for a reason. Another way to tell a difference from a karmic and a divine in a tarot card reading, the karmic person is there to teach lessons. They also have a grounded, situated presence in a divine person's life, which basically gives them the power to teach them that lesson. If they were not rooted or grounded in the divine person's life, they would be unable to teach that lesson. So generally, karmic has an important role to play, for years even sometimes. Karmics generally don't know what's up or down. They can't even have the intuition to know that their person that they're with is having an emotional affair and possibly even a physical affair with someone else. They're completely oblivious or they don't care. And on a more dark side, a karmic is someone that doesn't care. A karmic could be someone that likes drama. They like to fight. They like competition. They can be dark. Karmics can be dark. Please don't. They can definitely, I don't want to say cause harm, but they can cause like a monkey wrench into your plan. They can definitely throw a wrench in there, okay? How do you say salt on the wound? Okay, some of them can be pretty mean, okay? But that's because they have a dark energy. And some karmics are pretty spiritual, but not in the intuitive light sense. They got spiritual by a lot of effort. They get spiritual by magic. They try to have magic. Some of them can actually do dark magic, but you know what? That's lame. It's really lame. And I like to laugh at people that try to be all into magic and they're like, oh, I know these spells. I can still cast the spell on somebody. And I'm like, cool, cool. Okay, so that works for, what, a week? How long does that last? Forever. Oh, really? It does, huh? And where does your power come from? Are you connected to a divine light in some way? Are you a light being? Do you have these powers innate inside you? Or do you just try to basically mess with what's not yours? And that's generally what it is. So it doesn't last. It doesn't last. And I'm really not worried about dark magic because it's never affected me. When you're a divine person, you have so much light, so much power in your love. Your love is the most powerful thing in the universe. It is just an infinite amount of power. And it basically burns out and blows out any dark magic. It just doesn't hold a candle to the power that the divine people have. So anyways, when you're a divine person and you're put here on this planet as a divine feminine or a divine masculine, you have a very, very, very strong amount of power. I said stop. You have a very strong amount of power, and you are able to put out and bring balance to the darkness, because this earth is so full of darkness that we have to bring balance. We are the balance bringers. We are the Libra. We are the Justice. We are the Star card. We are the Empress. We are the Emperor. Okay, we are the King of Wands, Queen of Wands. These people in the tarot cards are not just people in the tarot. They're not just kings and queens. These are energies put here on this earth to restore balance. So the King of Wands, Queen of Wands, they restore the balance of action, power, spirituality, the power in spirituality from the light. The air signs, you bring out higher logical thinking from spirit. You bring that esoteric knowledge and you make sense of it. You're scientists, astronomers. Okay, you're the very tools to a higher form of thinking. And divine people bring that power here. The power of water. A lot of you divine people bring the power of water, which is healing, love, restoration. Okay, you bring a beautiful amount of healing, and a lot of water signs are the mothers and the fathers that bring love to the good people for the future. We raise the good people for the future. We also heal the broken and the wounded, okay? So that's a lot of that water power. They're the healers, okay? They're the seers and the healers into the heart. And then, you know, you have your earth energy. And then if you're a divine person and you're a strong earth sign, you bring stability, you bring justice, you bring a knowing of peace and restoration. Once all the other elements have brought what they need to the puzzle, you give the puzzle a backing and a grounding for all the pieces to fit in together. You are the glue that holds all the other pieces together. Earth is very important. So you have all these elements, guys, and when you're a divine person and you're put here on this planet, it's because you're bringing some of those elements with you. That's why you were born at a specific time and place. That's why you're born with a specific rising sign. That's why you're born with a specific DNA. You bring something to the table. Positive, negative, it doesn't matter. You bring something here, and you're adding to the balance and restoration of this planet. If the light workers were not here, it would be chaos. It would be all dark, all negative, because, you know, that's what the earth is all about. It's about human selfishness. That's our natural desire to preserve, self-preservation. Self-preservation and what you want. It can be a very selfish race if we were left to our own devices. Yeah, it's a very dark time. So your higher beings, your higher selves, whatever different parts of the galaxy you guys came from, astrally, and however you were reincarnated into this body, it's all for a reason. I don't have all the answers, but I do know that much. So when you are a divine feminine, a divine person, you can tell. You can obviously very much tell. And karmics just don't have the capability to even comprehend what we're talking about. If you were to mention this to them, the balance and restoration of divine masculine and feminine, right over their head. They have no clue what you're talking about. If you were to talk about the elements of earth and air and fire and water, right over their head. They're like, what are you talking about? And even if you explained it, it really wouldn't sink in. And that's okay, because karmic people bring another side of balance. We have to have dark. We have to have evil. We have to have hardships to have the good times, to have the healing. We wouldn't have any need for anything without the dark. So we're a perfect balance. And Spirit wants us to stay like that. He doesn't want to heal. I don't believe that the universe wants to heal and restore this planet to perfect goodness, to where there's no dark, no evil, no anything that needs healing. It's perfectly restored, and all we have is good. That's not balanced. And I personally, and this is just my opinion, but I don't believe that that is the natural way of things. I don't believe the universe would ever want that. I don't believe in the perfect heaven theory. I don't believe there is a perfect heaven theory. I believe that there's always two. There's always a duo. Daniel, stop! Stop. Go away. I am doing a recording right now. Don't hide behind the wall being creepy. I said stop. Go to your room or go sit on the couch and stop scaring him. Fine. Thank you. I'm sorry, guys. He's trying to scare Matthew. Anyways, I don't believe in the perfect earth theory. I don't believe anything needs to be perfect. I believe perfection is perfect balance. I believe perfection is you having a very balanced dark side and a very balanced light side, and you need both. And in this lifetime, we're going to need the karmic and we're going to need the divine. We all need each other. We're all here for a reason and a purpose. It's perfect balance. It doesn't make anyone better than the other. I also don't believe it doesn't make that, us better than them or them better than us. We're perfectly balanced. However, our mission is very different. We're not here to bring darkness and negativity to balance somebody else's life out. That's their karma. Whatever we bring in this lifetime, when we reincarnate, we will either have a just life full of happiness or a just life full of darkness. Whatever karma you're ensuing in this life, you will ensue in the next, if that makes any sense. So it's always perfectly balanced. It's perfectly fair. We reap what we sow. Okay, and I'm just going to leave it at that. But that's how you guys can tell. Do you think we all fit? Oh, do you think we all fill the karmic role at some point? Like in an earlier relationship, for instance? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I definitely feel like that too. We can be divine for someone and karmic for another. We all have a purpose. I'm going to give you guys an example. My soulmate who was killed, it was in my astrology chart that I would lose more than one husband to weaponry or a battle of some sort, that my spouse would have an enemy and they would bring them down very young in my life and very young in their life. Anyways, I'm sure it's just karma. But you know, it's funny. He had another, a woman that he saw when we had split up at one time, and they had a child. And she also had the same fate, where before my soulmate, she lost another spouse. And she lost my soulmate, which was kind of like a spouse to her as well. The universe just sees who you live with and who you have kids with as a spouse. That's how the universe in your chart sees it. Anyways, we both had the same karma. Isn't that weird? That one spouse was the same karma for me and her. We would both lose someone. And not only that, we both lost another spouse before we ever met him. I lost another spouse when I was 19. He was also killed by a murder, okay, by a weapon. And when I got to know her later on, I mean, this is like 18 years later, I talked to her, and she says, you know what, I also lost another father of one of my kids years ago, way before I ever met Will. And she was like, you know, this is horrible that this keeps happening to us. And then I looked at my chart, and I looked at hers, and I said, isn't it ironic that you and I both have the same fate to lose somebody in our life at a very young age, you know, under 40, we're to lose more than one spouse. I mean, gosh, to lose one in your lifetime is big. To lose two in one lifetime is even bigger. So anyways, I'm just saying how karma can play out. My soulmate's karma was probably to die early, of an early death. There was something that he ensued from a previous karma that he brought into this life. And it was the same for her. She also had the same karma as me. Maybe me and her had a similar lifestyle in a previous life to where we would suffer, you know, losing a spouse, losing multiple spouses in this life. Maybe I was a cheater. Maybe I was, who knows? Who knows what I was in another life? Maybe I put spells on people and didn't, you know, pay for the karma till this life. Daniel, do not touch the balloons. What? I said do not touch the balloons. And if you can't help yourself, Daniel, if you cannot help yourself to keep your hands to yourself or stop hurting and bothering people, then go to your room. Okay, well, go to your room if you cannot help yourself. Okay, well, act 14 almost, please, and help yourself. Act mature and help yourself. Okay, well, stop bothering your siblings. I'm sorry, guys. You know, you're the oldest, and it's ridiculous. When I was your age, I never acted like this. Yeah, whatever. Obviously, I got to deal with my kids. Okay, well, you're the only problem in the house at the moment. See this, guys? I hear whatever. All right, fine. I'm moving on. My kids are just crazy. So anyways, back to what I was talking about, guys. Karma. Sorry for yelling. That was probably really loud. I just realized my microphone is tied up to the top of my collar of my shirt, and I just yelled. I'm so sorry, guys. Damn, I'm sorry. Gosh, I could just wring their neck. Wring their neck when they act like that. I have a teen daughter. Oh, my God. Yeah, yeah. Drama. Anyways, guys, I don't know what karma we have. But I do know one thing. We're all a karmic at one point for someone. In every life. We're always playing that out. We're always some kind of a karma. Okay? But we have a divine purpose as well. Okay, let's see. Good luck. I was the bad teen daughter. Ah, no, don't say that. Okay, guys, I have to handle them again. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Don't. What am I doing wrong? Loudness, number one. Number two, she keeps coming around and bothering me about problems for you. There's no problems going on here. Problems are threatening me by turning the TV off. You know what? Turn the TV on. Right now, I want peace and restoration. Now. I want to stop. Turn it on.
I want peace. My gosh, guys. I wish you guys could see the drama I have to go through in this house. Oh, let me get my bearings here, guys. Dear Lord. Man, I don't know if any of you had almost a 14-year-old boy, but he is driving me nuts. I don't know if it's the testosterone, the attitude. I don't know what it is, but dear Lord. Okay. I need a sage. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm good now. I'm totally good now. Since my screen is black, I want to have a little fun. And I think I'm going to put bubbles. Yeah, why not? I'm going to put some bubbles while we stream. Boys are nuts. Yeah, they definitely are nuts. Oh my gosh, they're ridiculous. Boys! Girls too, man. She's slamming doors on me. Yeah, she's slamming doors. She's rolling the eyes. She's like feisty little firecracker. She's a double Taurus too. Damn, you don't know stubborn until you meet her. Anyways, guys, enough of my kids. I want to talk about this reading. We need to get into this because I'm like going way off topic, but I like talking to you guys. I like your guys' questions. Yay, I love bubbles too. May the force be with you. S. Moore, thank you. I need the force. Send all your forces. Reinforce me. Love and light. Come on, send it now. Okay. So I think that answers a lot of questions, guys. We'll leave it at that. Okay? We all have a karmic purpose and we have a divine purpose. A lot of people, I tend to believe, don't all have a divine purpose. Some people are just here to pay their karmic debt. And a lot of that includes hard relationships, multiple marriages, broken marriages, losses of loved ones, being poor, being handicapped, different things like that. I do feel spiritually we all have a price to pay in another life. So people suffer for a reason. I don't know why, but that's balance. That's balance. Okay, we can't have darkness without light, and we can't have light without dark. So we got to balance it out. I also believe part of ascension is learning as we go. And when you look at your Vedic chart, you can see where your Ketu lies is your karma, which is the south node for all you tropical people out there. The south node, Ketu. What house is it in? Is it in the 10th, 6th, 2nd? The further along it is, the more past lives you've had. That's one way to tell. That's what the theories are. That's what the theories are. It makes sense. Also, wherever your south node lies or your Ketu lies is what you are reaping right now from your karma. If Ketu is in Venus, you're going to reap the karma of a very hard split up marriage, possible multiple marriages, till you finally learn your lesson. And then you'll have a stable marriage. He will bring goodness. But first, he will be destroying it. Okay? Anyways, let's go ahead and see what's going on with this reading. My twin is with a karmic soulmate. And they both have the same sexual addictions. Yeah, and they're going to teach each other a lesson about that. They are going to teach each other. They're going to learn something from each other. And that's good because divine people, if you came here on this earth for a divine purpose, you're blessed. You might have some hardships. A lot of you guys have death and losses. But if you were divinely put here, you're supposed to receive a very beautiful, abundant gift of some sort. This can be wealth. This can be romance. This could be children. This could be spiritual knowledge. But you're here to gain something very large for your hard work and for your healing, because it's a give and take. Whatever you give, you will receive. So watch what you're giving, because you're going to be receiving the same thing. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's going on. Divine Feminine. Give me another reading for a Divine Feminine, please. Spirit, can you touch these cards and touch my heart? Give me another reading here for the Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine. We have the Hanged Man and Judgment with Death. It's like a musical. So you've been waiting on someone, hun. You're enlightened, very, very spiritual, healed. You're beautiful. You're ready for moving on. You've just been given the information that you're where you need to be. You're completely restored. There's a lot of self-sacrifice in this feminine. You don't eat enough. You don't take enough good care of what you eat if you aren't eating. You sacrifice yourself for others. There's a feminine out here who is always last. You may even be struggling with food at this time. I don't know if you're having a financial struggle, and I send my love and light and blessings to you, but you may not be eating enough. It's either by choice or by not a choice. You're just suffering right now. It's kind of a martyr kind of a thing. You could be fasting. Hello, that's another message. Sorry, I was like freaking out on the not eating thing. You could be fasting. There's a feminine fasting. And you're very spiritual, and you grew up very religious. You had a very spiritual Catholic background, some kind of religious background. I feel like you are looking back at your life, and you're kind of definitely, you could have had some anorexic history. You could have been abusive to yourself when you were 16, 17, even bulimic. There was a time where you were looking back at yourself thinking, why did I mistreat myself so badly? There's some kind of karma that you were paying back, and you're an old soul. So if you were doing this as a youth, your soul was trying to pay some kind of karmic debt off. And by fasting, you thought that was one way to do it, and it was part of your tradition in another life. I feel like you could have even been a nun in a past life. This is a very Catholic religion here, very devout. This could be from your ancestors as well. You might be suffering some kind of karmic baggage from your ancestors, and they're bringing it here onto you. You need to break that cycle. But I see death here. If you don't take care of yourself, hun, I don't want you to die early, before your years, because of this martyrism. Because there's someone that may be very unhealthy, and you need to definitely take better care of yourself. So definitely do that, because the death card I'm not going to play lightly. There is someone who is suffering. They're self-harming. If this isn't anorexic and bulimia, it's cutting. It's self-hate. It's an image problem. You might have a problem looking at yourself in the mirror and loving who you are. There could be some suicidal tendencies with this feminine vine, and you shouldn't be suffering like this. But I definitely feel like you're suffering because this is some kind of ancestral or karmic debt that you're paying off for either your ancestors or yourself. Why don't you just go to your room? Okay? You can hide out up there, and I'll deal with him when I'm done. That way you're not with him. Okay? So I do feel like there is some kind of ancestral situation here that needs to be dealt with. And yeah, ask your guides for help. Do some kind of a purging and a clearing where you can get some sage, possibly. And I hope this isn't sticking. My bubbles even got stuck. See? Blame YouTube. It's not always my lives that get stuck. Look at the bubbles are stuck too. It's a YouTube thing. I tell you what, it's a YouTube thing. Anyways, this person is extremely spiritual. I'm talking Pisces spiritual, Scorpio spiritual. This is a very, very spiritual feminine. We have the Moon card. Wow, and the King of Cups.
Ron keeps blasting the volume.
And the Five of Wands. That's why I sent her to her room. You can go to your room
she's
too.
not going to a room at all.
Okay. Okay, when I'm done, I'll handle that, but you can go to your room too, or you could sit right here quietly.
You know what? I don't even care. Let her blast the volume, because I don't give a crap.
We're not going to have that kind of an attitude. We're not. It's just the TV volume, my goodness. Okay. Sorry, guys. My kids don't know how to have manners. Even though I've taught them manners, they just don't know how to have manners. South Node in Sagittarius. Okay, guys. Yeah, it could be, the Divine Feminine could also be a man, okay? It doesn't have to be a woman. Yeah, nutrition is important, Yin Bear. Yeah, so there's a Divine Feminine here that is suffering. And you know, somebody said the sign of Cancer, but it also brought to my mind that this may not be self-harm, and I hate to say this, and I'm going to knock on wood here, but there could also be a feminine that I'm picking up on that is suffering from cancer. The image that I'm getting of this person is very, very frail, very thin, thinned out hair. The hair's not all gone, but it's very thin. You're kind of looking back at your life wondering, why are you suffering? Maybe you have someone in your life suffering. Maybe this isn't you. Maybe you're watching somebody suffer and they're about to die here with this Scorpio card, this death card. Yeah, see, Jackie O, that comment came out kind of for a reason. I had a positive Cancer result, but gone now. Thank God, Miss Four of Wands. Dear Lord. We send you lots of love and light, Divine Feminine, whoever you are out there suffering like this. I do feel that you were very spiritual in a past life. You could have even been a very devout nun, someone very devout to your religion. And there's some kind of a tie here. I do believe in spiritual healing. I think you should look up the healing sounds of vibration. There is books about that. So nutrition is one thing, but there's vibrational healing. And Nikola Tesla actually found a cure to cancer, obviously a very, very long time ago, in regards to vibrations, musical vibrations. So I do want you to look into that kind of therapy. Okay? With the moon, a lot of this could be secret as well. So some of you may not know about this sickness. Maybe you haven't told anybody yet. Maybe you're trying to figure this out. Maybe you're not sure. Let me get an outcome here and see what's going to happen. But if you're not, you know, in dire need, you could be worried about death. You may not be dying, but you could be worried about death. What?
What do I have to do with you again?
I love you. You're precious.
No, what do you have to do with you again?
Okay, honey. Okay. Thank you for your help.
Please, please, please.
What do you need?
What do I have to do with you to get mad?
Get mad?
Get mad at Mariah.
I got mad at Mariah because they're being naughty. They're being shameful.
Okay.
I love you.
But Mommy,
Yes.
I want milk.
You want milk? Okay. Hang with me, guys. I'm going to get this little birthday squirt some milk. You want to lay down with Mama in her bed? Here.
I have poop.
You have poop. Great. See, I can talk to you guys and change poop and get a bottle and just be happy, happy. Ay, Dios mío. This is my life. Okay. Anyways, I'm sorry to have not a very serious moment with a very serious reading. I'm going to get your outcome here, but I am sending you lots of love and light. And I pray to God that this is not going to harm you in some way. I think you'll be able to overcome this. But I also feel, this could just be my spirit guides, or it could be my intuition. It could just be me flat out. I don't know. But I feel that if you clear your ancestral karma in some kind of a candle ritual, and you ask for a clearing from your ancestral, whatever you've ensued in this life, you can find some magical healing. You will find restoration in your body and a release of the toxins. Sometimes cancers can just get brought up from negative energy. They just, these cells in your body multiply because there's so much toxins. And it allows a very, acidic kind of environment for it to thrive. And we have to clear that. And yes, nutrition's part of it. Veganism, vegetarianism, whatever, is extremely good for cancer patients or people suffering. But another form of healing is the vibration, like I said, and prayer and meditation. This is going to be clearing that toxic energy. So I would definitely clear it with sage, paleo. I keep saying paleo. It's Palo Santo. My gosh, Stephanie. But yeah, you can clear away some of those toxins. Do a purging. The clearing of the chakras is obviously an instant purification and purging from any negative energy that cancer is. Cancer is literally a negative energy that takes physical form and manifests in your body. And sometimes it's not from this lifetime, it's from another one. And it still manifests physically. So you can combat that. I feel very strongly you can combat that. And there are really good Reiki healers and Qi experts that can help heal you in that situation. Okay, so let's go ahead and see the outcome. Now that I've got the milk and the diaper, my apologies. Let's get the outcome here. I don't know why I got that reading for a feminine, but it's out there. You know, I'm trying to do love readings, but when sometimes a health reading like that pops up, I got to do it. I can't just not say it. Spirit, what is the outcome for this person, this divine feminine? What is the outcome? What is the outcome for her suffering? Okay, I have the Nine of Wands. I have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. That's really good. I have the Three of Wands in reverse. Not so great. I have the Queen of Pentacles. That's good. I have the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. So yes, Pentacles, when you're not talking about money, time, or energy, you're talking about health. When you talk about Pentacles, Pentacles can represent your physical body. When you guys study tarot, you'll know that. You guys probably all already do, especially you, Miss Four of Wands. But what I'm seeing here is the ending of a very long battle here that you've been struggling with. With the Nine of Wands, it's done. It's like, gosh, you've been up a battle. You have been battling cancer or battling bulimia or anorexia, or maybe someone in your family was. And I do see with some prayer and meditation and spiritual healing, it's definitely going to be done. The Four of Pentacles in reverse is definitely the energy of letting go. You finally are not being asked to let go. You did let go. You've let go of the worry and the focus on this sickness or this hard time that you've been struggling with. And then when I see the Three of Wands in reverse, it just means make a better choice. You may not have been choosing to heal. You may have been choosing to worry. They're asking you to choose to heal. Choose to use that wand power. This is magic. The wands can represent a literal magician's wand. Use your wands. Use your power for healing. You have spiritual gifts. Use your gemstones. Do your vibrational healing. Do your meditations, mantras, heart chakra clearing, all your chakra clearings. They're saying use that. Maybe you've been too focused on not doing that, and they want to encourage you to use your gifts. And that's when I get Queen of Pentacles. And this is about complete restoration of health. So take a big sigh and relief that you might have been facing death. You might have been facing